What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm going to be doing analysis on TransCode Therapeutics, ticker symbol RNAZ.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. Then I'll continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. Let me show you that if I zoom out on the 4 hours time frame, you can see that this asset was in a consistent downtrend. It formed lower highs and lower lows, and definitely right now we had a very good spike in volume and in its price, but it is not the first one when we can see this type of price action. Definitely we should be very cautious with any of our position, but right here, as you can see, let me switch to 15 minutes time frame again. We have very good structure of a couple of waves, and definitely this structure is very technical, and I will show you how we can benefit from it in just several minutes. And for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. So first of all, what is this company about? We are on their official website, and right here we are on their about section. So TransCode Therapeutics, a clinical stage company, is leading the way in bringing RNA therapies to oncology. Created on the belief that through the intelligent design and effective delivery to formerly undruggable RNA targets, TransCode is pioneering the development of therapeutics and diagnostics to significantly improve patient outcomes. So, it is a therapeutics company that has their own pipeline of drugs, and as you can see, all of their drugs are at a preclinical stage, and they have multiple stages ahead in front of their commercial use. Definitely, it is not the near-term profitable company, and because of this, they are heavily burning their cash. And because of this, recently they announced the secondary stock offering. But yesterday, right after the bell, they disclosed very promising news. And let me show you this. We are on investorplace.com, and this article was published just 16 hours ago. And it's titled, "Why is TransCode Therapeutics stock up 148% today?" And let me quote you these bullets. TransCode Therapeutics stock is rocketing after scrapping secondary offering plans. This has investors regaining confidence in the company following fears of dilution. It also has shares of RNAZ stock seeing heavy trading today. And let me quote you further. According to the company, it won't pursue a plan to sell 12.5 million shares in a public offering. TransCode had presented the idea in filing, but hadn't provided investors with the price for each share in the offering. And let me show you that right now they have a tiny number of shares. Their shares float is 8.712 million. And that's why 12.5 million shares that should be delivered on the market can drastically dilute existing shareholders. And definitely without this huge number of shares, this company becomes quite promising. And let me quote you further. TransCode Therapeutics' reason for withdrawing the public offering has to do with current market conditions. It said that these conditions are not conducive for an offering on terms that would be in the best interests of the company's stockholders. And definitely this news was the driver of retail community, and retail community definitely answered. Right here on stocktweets.com you can find the RNAZ stock on the 4th place, and definitely this implies quite good attention to the stock from the retail investors, potential retail investors, and definitely this implies huge volatility with its low market cap and with its low float. And let me show you some general information. On the list of their institutional shareholders, you can see that not so many companies changed their position or closed or opened new ones, and definitely the previous volume, as you can see, the tradable volume is extremely low, as you can see right here on this price section, and this means not so many people and not so many investors, institutional investors as well, wanted to add their position with this asset. That's why we have to be very cautious, but in general, with their low float, now let me show you the short volume ratio. The short interest percent of float is 0.09%, and off-exchange short volume ratio is 53.07%. So extremely low short interest percent of float, but they have 0 shares available for shorting, and their short borrow fee rate is quite high, 31.28%, but the most important number is right here. They have quite high off-exchange short volume ratio. This means with the low number of shares, definitely this asset has a very good potential of short squeeze. But in general, you have to be very cautious because this asset right now is very volatile. And that's why you can benefit a lot, but you can lose a lot of your money. So, in general, if you want to invest in this asset, definitely you should know a lot in this field. You have to know a lot about the oncology. You have to know a lot about the recent updates in this field. But let me show you that we have one company that set their price target, and it was made in the middle of November, on November 15th. And HC Wainwright lowered its price target but set a buy rating, and they lowered the price target from $10 to $6 with a huge upside potential. And definitely this upside potential for now is not the case, because we are at roughly $1 mark, and basically it is only 600%, but whopping 600%. Definitely all of this made a lot of investors, potential investors, crazy. And that's why we can see this huge spike in its price. And let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, definitely we can clearly see several waves out of the entire structure. Probably we might have the bottom of our fourth wave right here, or we might have a small leg to the downside. And then we definitely should have another leg to the upside that probably might benefit a lot of potential holders. So let me show you how technical this asset is. If I'm correct, and if this breakdown is 100% legit, definitely we can pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom of the first wave to the top of the first wave. And let me show you, let me delete unnecessary tool. Let me show you that we hit exactly the golden pocket range. And this, let me adjust this tool a little bit. This range in between 0.5 and 0.618 is the most probable range of trend reversal. And it bounced to the upside with a heavily increasing volume. And let me show you that if it is the third wave, the most common ratio in between first wave and third wave is 1.618. And let me show you that we almost hit this range, as you can see. And because of this, we can assume that this is the proper third wave. So definitely, if it is the case, and if we have first, second, third, fourth, or another leg to the downside, and the fifth wave, we can benefit from this movement to the upside. So what should we expect next? Let me clean again the chart a little bit. If I pull the Fibonacci extension tool from this bottom to this top and to the bottom of the retracement, the most common ratio in between third and fifth wave is 0.786, and it is the price point of $1.31 mark. Definitely it is a very good upside potential from its current range for about 43% of potential profit. But if we'll have another leg to the downside, definitely we might land a bit lower. And let me pull the Fibonacci retracement tool again. If we assume that it might land at the golden pocket range, we have to adjust our tool. And in this case, our price target becomes a bit lower at $1.2661 mark. And it implies, let me show it to you, about 66% of potential profits. So definitely this asset is very risky, but it has a decent upside potential in short-term perspective. And if you want to catch this very risky trade, Just accumulate your position on the way down, and the pivotal point might be at roughly 75 cents price point, and with the upside potential up to 67%. So, I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stay